10 top businesses which you should be thinking to start in UAE.
It's a cafe or restaurant, fine dine or casual. The most important thing is you have to go in very detail.
Dubai has been becoming one destination from top 5 countries around the world, which is actually promoting the medical tourism. That is approximately $19 billion of the market by 2025.
While you are having a free zone license and you can maintain you have to not to maintain a huge stock or things like that.
E-commerce businesses combined market comes to $9.2 billion approximately.
Yeah.
It will be developing by 2026. This is the first government ever who has created a specific ministry for supporting the artificial intelligence. It will be contributing approximately $96 billion in AI industry in UAE by 2030.
It is in demand and it's a business of the future.
Hi, welcome to the new episode of UAE Business Goldmine. Today we are going to actually discuss about 10 top businesses which you should be thinking to start in UAE. We are not only going to cover just the cost or the structure, we are going to talk about on a very different level where you will understand the exact nature of the business and what kind of business you can actually start and how much money you need to invest into that business. Again, I'm with my brother and my partner, Muhammad Omar. He's going to actually taking part with us, and he's going to actually show us that how we can navigate within this domain of different businesses.
Hi, hello everyone. Welcome everyone. This is, as Mr. Saqib said, a really new episode, but we are very much excited on that part because the information we are going to share with you that is really useful, and it's really fantastic if you are one of them who are thinking to have a business and just juggling in between different business ideas. It can assist you on that part. This is just an information passing from our side. We don't hold any responsibility in regards to that, but it is an information which can help you as well.
Let's start with the first part basically, because we have opted or selected like 10 different businesses. These 10 businesses, when we were having a discussion and research, so I think these are the top 10 businesses which people are actually thinking to start, or maybe they've been actually doing it already in the market. And there is a lot of demand around these businesses.
Exactly.
First and the foremost, nobody actually can just skip this business. Everybody actually thinks, everybody starts, and everybody tries to start. Restaurant, right?
Exactly.
When it comes to Dubai, everybody knows that restaurants is a very general business which everybody thinks that they can actually start, but they really don't know which business to start, which type of restaurant, what kind of investment they require. So what do you think that when it comes to the restaurant, because you have a lot of experience in the hospitality industry, so what do you think that this business requires what?
Restaurant and hospitality business is always about the details. As much as you dig down in the details of any sort of restaurant business, it's a cafe or restaurant, fine dine or casual, any cuisine or anything like in this particular business, the most important thing is you have to go in very detail, because it's about nitty-gritty. It's very small things. It's about consistency. It's about the quality of food. It's about hygiene. It's about front office, like your service, your staff who is greeting, or your staff who is serving. So it having a lot of small things which need to be considered in that particular restaurant. The important fact is this: it is very attractive to everyone, and everyone thinks they can do that. It is a very attractive business and it is a very profitable business. But on the other hand, it's not something which is a piece of cake for everyone. It is a really, really good business.
Absolutely. And as we know that this market particularly, which includes restaurant and the food industry of UAE as a whole, that combines up to 50 billion dirhams, and it is having a growth rate of 6 to 8% per annum. And it has been contributing a lot to the economy, by the way, when it comes to the food industry, because everything comes back and circles around the tourism, and tourists are the key and the backbone for the UAE economy. More than 20 million people actually, the tourists come every year.
Yeah.
And the number is still increasing, and a lot of other factors are contributing a lot. So, for example, the infrastructure, new spots for the tourists, Then we have the world's best airline, Emirates Airline. We have so many different factors which actually contribute here. Now, my question to you is that when it comes to opening up a restaurant, as you mentioned, there are details you need to actually look into. What kind of cost is going to be there if we talk about a very basic starting restaurant?
So when we talk about the restaurant, so we can divide the cost into two parts. One is your capital expenses, which you have to have bear at initial level, as well as while you're starting mostly while you're starting a restaurant, you should keep in mind a 6 months revenue expenses as well with you while you are starting that one. It always been helpful. It always been a right choice to move on like that. But when you're starting a restaurant sort of business, you can say it can be around 500 or 800 k dirhams up to it go up wherever you want. You want a very refined diner, you want a very luxury sort of look at it.
So that means there is a casual restaurant and there is a fine dining restaurant. So when it comes to the casual restaurant, let's focus on to that because that is normally what people actually try to start initially. What kind of cuisines you believe that those has to be taken care and those can be opted for to start, and what are the best ones, top 5, what comes to your mind?
So this is the beauty of Dubai and UAE. So we having a lot of different nationalities. We having, as you said, the tourism, one of the top industry in Dubai. We have a lot of tourists every year. So all the cuisine here, every cuisine works. If you look into you name any Italian cuisine, you name continental, you name any cuisine. If you are doing in the right way, you will find your audience. This is the beauty of this society, and you have to have, like, let's say if you're going to launch an Italian cuisine, you have to niche the market of Italian people. Definitely they are the most right audience for your restaurant. So you have to be in the right place. Maybe you have to niche the right area where most of the Italian or most of those people who are liking that one, if it is a French cuisine, if it is a Chinese cuisine. So you have to have work on these parts as well. So this is a short briefing on that from my side. Mr. Saqib, what is the best areas do you think in Dubai to start a fine dine restaurant or?
Honestly, you know that we've been actually still working with like a lot of restaurant owners, and they have been searching a lot of right places to open up the restaurant.
Exactly.
Recently, if we take the example of one of our client coming from London, and they have almost like 12 restaurants over there. Now they're opening up first restaurant in Dubai. So we kind of tried to select so many different places. So when we actually, kind of brought them down and filtered, so we came down to 3 different areas. One was the Wasl Road, which was on the Jumeirah side.
Exactly.
A beautiful place. Like a lot of tourists coming there, local Emiratis, and also the expat community. A lot of expat community move there and go there to dine in. The second area we actually kind of identified for their cuisine, they're into Lebanese cuisine, by the way. So we thought of taking them to the downtown, which is, of course, around Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, always an attraction.
Always an attraction, of course, absolutely, absolutely. And then, when it comes to other areas around that, on the third stage or as a third option, then we have Business Bay. Right now, we're sitting in Business Bay, beautiful area, a lot of businesses around, a lot of people coming in and out all the time. And then we have Greens, then we have Old Dubai, which includes Karama, Bar Dubai, and all those areas. So a lot of places are there, but again, it depends what kind of cuisine, as you rightly said. So all these things does matter. So if we combine it together, we've been actually talking about a lot on the restaurant thing. The licensing part is important, of course.
Exactly, definitely.
The first thing first is if you're opening up the license in mainland for your restaurant, then it has to be a mainland license, Dubai Economic Department.
Exactly.
Then it is linked with a couple of other departments, which includes municipality. It includes fire safety, which also comes in to the picture. So you have to make sure that all these requirements are met, and you know that what are the basic requirements, and you know that the medical of those people who are actually going to be working there, that is going to be slightly strict compared to the normal employment medicals. So they will be tested more on a higher scale, higher level to ensure the food safety and all that, which of course Dubai government has always been really aggressive about that, and which is really good. And they actually protect all the consumers. So this is one part. The second thing comes up to the working capital when it comes. So of course, as you rightly said, that area matters. What area you are going to invest in. So the place which we found for that guy, if we just kind of brought in as a pointer here, then we found a fully fitted restaurant for him in Business Bay in a hotel, like which is on the first floor of the hotel facility, and that there the whole investment comes down to approximately 800,000 as initial investment, plus the licensing and all other costs and the working capital for next 6 months. Generally, how much time it takes to actually come to the break even? What do you think in restaurant industry?
In restaurant industry, for the break even, the first year is enough, I believe.
First year, yeah.
First year is enough. Yeah, that's very fair. If it is go in the very consistent food taste.
Yeah, that's right.
So the first year is enough, I believe.
So last week we were having a discussion on the Russian cuisine with a
Exactly,
client,
with
and
a client,
having
yeah.
5 different brands for the cloud kitchen.
Exactly.
Another really important area we have to talk about
Yes,
today.
yes.
A lot of people are actually moving into the cloud kitchen, and there are many facilities within Dubai, which includes Old Dubai, Business Bay, JLT, Marina, so many places where there are cloud kitchen spaces, and you can get a license and you can register multiple brands under that
Exactly.
one license, correct?
Yes.
And that is another important area, because you do not have to invest a lot of money into that.
Yes.
And that person literally just invested like 100,000 and built almost like 5 brands under that. And if somebody really wants to understand this, come to us and our experts will actually help you with that understanding of the cloud kitchen concept.
Yes, definitely. It is really good.
Okay, let's talk about the second important aspect, which is kind of becoming a hub for UAE businesses, e-commerce.
Yes.
What do you think that what are the best thing about e-commerce business in Dubai?
The e-commerce business, I believe the locality of UAE. This is the most important thing. The location is in between the Asia and Europe, so it's a mid sort of place from where you can operate it very easily. This make UAE as an very much attraction, and we observe that a lot of e-commerce license have been opened in last 2-3 years.
True.
On the other side, this business is totally a remote sort of business. So operation of this business is very easy while you are having a free zone license, and you can maintain you have to not to maintain a huge stock or things like that. So it's very easy to maintain, because the ease of business by the government of Dubai or government of UAE, it's always been always be their top priority.
Correct.
So e-commerce, definitely it is something which
Which comes to, so e-commerce businesses combined market comes to $9.2 billion approximately.
Yeah.
By it will be developing by 2026. By the way, it's a really important fact to understand. And of course, that has been creating a lot of impact around within GCC as a whole. Dubai has been known for the central, of course, aspect.
Exactly.
And the port of Dubai, which is kind of next to connected to Jebel Ali Free Zone, which is Jebel Ali Free Zone, Jafza.
Yeah, Jafza.
And that actually combines to the whole places which includes and which actually support the warehousing facilities, transshipment hub. It is considered to be a very important point for the international trade when it comes to GCC targeting imports and exports between China and Pakistan and India and all other South Asian countries, and of course connecting to the European markets. Now, when it comes to the licensing part, of course, then it can be mainland or either free zone.
Either
correct?
free zone, yes.
So when it comes to free zone, what do you think that should this be opened up in a free zone or not?
Mostly e-commerce businesses are coming in the free zone because they are dealing internationally as well as locally. So most of them are in free zone, and this is something actually I think more appropriate. In some cases, yes, mainland is required, but mostly free zone. One another thing, Mr. Saqib, you're dealing with a lot of e-commerce businesses. What do you think if someone having an existing setup? Like we observe that the people from the UK or other part of the world, they're having existing setup, they are having parallel setup over here in UAE. So how much time it's required to settle down with all those things?
When it comes to the costing and the processes of opening up the businesses,
yes.
when the international investors come to us, generally it takes almost like a month to start and complete the setup. So for example, the first week normally takes like to open up the license, second week to go for his visa, third week to open up his completion of his visa remaining process, which includes medical and biometrics. And then the fourth week generally goes into the bank account opening and the stuff. And then he needs to actually connect his online portfolio or online
That's
platform with the payment gateway provider, local payment gateway provider. So we have so many of those, by the way. And so, like on a very different level, they're very much digitalized and secure, and also they've been actually given that kind of guarantee in terms of the quality of service. So that is something which comes
that
in.
is that is actually technical part in that particular business. Sometimes it took a little bit more time,
Correct.
and this is where we can assist you, because we have experienced that one, this payment gateway and all those things, and portal and Amazon and connecting with the banking, these things where sometimes it took a little bit time. But what do you think? How much time frame it is required to settle down with everything and
I think anything
rolling the
between
stone?
1 month to 2 months, that is something which is very much realistic when it comes to e-commerce businesses to be set up. But again, it depends entirely on the size of the business and also the like the number of products and type of products they are actually trading in, whether they want to actually keep their products within UAE or outside UAE. That also depends a lot on this. The most important factor where people actually get confused about, if you really want to actually trade inside UAE or not, that does not matter, by the way. You can have your business here and you can headquarter your business here. And the beauty of this business is that you can actually, for all the exports going from UAE to outside, does not actually attract any sort of VAT. Number one, that becomes zero rate, of course. And also, if you are into designated zone and you are into a designated zone, and with the distribution of goods activity, you can actually completely, you can be exempted from the corporate tax in 9%, and you can become a like completely tax-free business, by the way. This is important factor because people need to know that the e-commerce businesses does not need to be traded on specifically in UAE, but you can have business here, headquarter your business here, have all the operations here, warehousing here, and you can actually just target any part of the world with with the minimum tax rate around the world.
That's why when we are talking to most of the client, we always told them, by choosing your right consultant, it shouldn't be like he or she open your license and that's it. If he is a tax consultant alongside and giving you the facility of opening a license, he is the right person to give you the right advice, what to do, where to open, which sort of license, what business activity, and all those facilities.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Saqib, what do you think the cost related matter in this business? How much initial cost or
Look, for the licensing, if it is only like a free zone license, a single visa license, it can be anything anywhere between 12,000 to 20,000. All depends on the type of authority you actually opt for. Within Dubai, it is around like 17, 18,000 at the moment. And outside Dubai, in the Northern Emirates, it starts from like 13, 14,000 dirhams, and which is very much cheap, by the way. But then it kind of adds up based on the number of visas or other facilities you require, like your office facility and all that. Let's assume if you want to have an office, you want to have a small warehouse with license, with 1 or 2 visas and employees onboarded, then probably you need approximately 100,000 dirhams to actually start your business here.
Exactly.
But anything over and above, that also depends that how you want to actually keep your warehouse inventory and the stuff, and how much money you want to actually put in working capital for keeping up your inventory. So that actually depends on that. But starting, of course, can be easy and very quick. Within like 15, 20,000, you can open up your business.
And now there are a lot of facilities for the, you can take a small portion of the big warehouse.
Absolutely.
The partition.
Third parties are there.
Third parties are there, so they can facilitate you. So that's perfectly fine. So is there any it depend for the working capital from the nature of business of the products you are dealing with?
Absolutely. If you're into gold or any jewelry, so of course you need maybe like $1 million or 2 million dirhams. But again, anything less than that, if you're into garments, so that also depends. We have a client, by the way, from Bangladesh. They are into online garments trading. So they started their business probably around, like, they invested 70,000 dirhams. They were into garments and products, and all those garments were coming all the way from Bangladesh, staying here and then getting distributed and sold through a Shopify platform online. So that is the beauty. You can actually do that easily.
Exactly.
Let's move to the next part, by the way, healthcare business. That's another important aspect.
Yes.
I was having a discussion with one of, like a very strong person in Dubai a couple of weeks ago. And he highlighted one very important aspect, the medical tourism. Dubai has been becoming one destination of from top 5 countries around the world or states around the world, which is actually promoting the medical tourism. Let's compare the number of facilities before COVID. Those were very few, and after COVID, now those are multiplied by 3 almost in terms of hospitals.
Yes.
Why it has been happening? Because the Dubai Health Authority has been coming up with a strong plan to invest into the local economy and also to develop those kind of facilities which will help and support medical tourism. Now, when it comes to this, of course, the market size, the number is really shocking, that is approximately $19 billion of the market by 2025. $19 billion.
19 billion, it's a big
And
number.
this is a big number within a small city. But why? Because you remember last time when someone came from Pakistan and we were having a discussion, he went in to actually pull out some money from an ATM. So his view was that it is not a hospital, and what he thought it is.
It's a hotel.
It's a hotel, yes. So that is the quality of medical facilities in Dubai. You really do not actually believe that those are considered, attracted as those are considered to be hotels, by the way.
Yeah.
And that kind of facility, the cleanliness, the availability of resources, the doctors coming around the world to work here in Dubai,
Exactly.
that is tremendous, by the way. Now, coming to this point, when it comes to the small clinic, we have gone through the whole process, by the
whole
way,
process, yeah,
ourselves
yeah.
now
Yeah.
in the rehab facilities. What do you think, the starting cost?
Starting cost, it will be not less than $500,000. That will be go over and above to that one. So you can say $500,000 can be an investment where you can start a small setup, and it can goes up to whatever you can. So depend upon the facility. You are going to open a polyclinic sort of solution, or a hospital, or a clinic, or so it
Let
depends.
me just give you stop you. What is the difference between polyclinic and a proper full-fledged clinic or hospital?
So when we talk about a clinic, it is just a facility of walk-in and just a facility of outdoor patients, something like that. And when we talk about a polyclinic, it's also having same sort of facility with a little bit more facility, like a testing facility of the different sort of tests. And we talk about a full-fledged hospital, definitely they're having the whole facility, like from emergency to operations to everything. All the facilities
All
are
the
there,
whole
indoor
facilities.
and the outdoor as well. So
Inpatient, outpatient.
exactly,
By the way.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
that is the difference.
that is
basically.
the basic
So
difference.
let me just for the sake of understanding of all of our audience, that's really important for them to understand that what are the bases, like stage number 1, 2, or 3, or what are the type of facilities they can actually step into. Whether they, by the way, even if you are not a doctor, we are not doctors, by the way,
Yeah.
we are into this business, by the way. Now, this is really important to understand. The rehabilitation facility, which includes the physiotherapy, chiropractor, and all other stuff, you really need what? You need a facility which should be approved and authorized by Dubai Health Authority, of course, after going through the whole process of getting the approvals done. Once it is done, by the way, you need to have the right doctors on your side, on your
Exactly.
panel, and this is the beauty of the business. You can actually start. But, of course, you need to have a background and of all this work. The most important part is you can actually select either you want to step into polyclinic by having like a general physician on your facility, or
And some
like a
specialists,
specializations, of course, which include like so many other level of specializations. But again, you can actually go for a rehab clinic, which includes the chiropractor and physiotherapy and all that. But again, the question here is, which areas, let's talk about the areas, by the way. Which areas are the most important areas in your point of view, where if somebody really wants to start a business in healthcare, wants to open up a small clinic, by the way, where they should actually focus geographically?
Dubai Healthcare City, it is known as one of the place where most of these sort of clinics and are there. But you cannot say the area in that particular thing, because it's a need. Wherever there is people are living, and now we see it's everywhere across the Dubai.
Correct.
So there is a demand.
There is a demand.
Where the people are living, there is a demand. So you cannot say like this is the best area, but for some sort of clinics, yes, Dubai Healthcare City is the best place, because there is a lot of it's a known one for the, as you said, tourism one.
Absolutely.
So that is the place for such clinics. But
let's talk about our experience. We've targeted and like the Dubai Media City,
Yes.
which comes under Dubai Development Authority, DDA, correct? We found the right place over there, but where everything went wrong. Let's talk about the real time story. By the way, this is important, right?
Yeah.
We got the license, right? We kind of signed up with the local contractor, which was coming through a reference to us,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
It was a project of almost like 3 to 6 months, but it took us more than 1.5 years
Yes.
to complete the whole facility. It's a small facility of 1,000 square feet, correct?
Exactly. Exactly.
What went wrong? What do you think?
I think if you are not into the business of, or you are very well not aware of the renovation and the development of the clinic, I think it's a choose of the right contractor. It's very much important.
So the moral of the story is that we should always go for the right contractors.
Contractor.
And you need to get a reference for that, by the
Exactly,
way, because this
exactly.
is really important. Otherwise, it's a circle. They will never let you out of that circle, and they will actually keep you paying for everything, whatever is not been committed. By the
Exactly.
way, this happens, right?
It happens. It happened to us, and the other part is this: you should be having some homework for that one before assigning. It's not about just having he's giving the same thing with the lesser cost or something like that. It should be a proper. You can say the company with the repute, with the background, with all those things. They have existing projects and they have this success stories. Like if people come to us to opening the business licenses, we have thousands and hundreds of success stories. So people already know us. They are doing this. They know how to do that. So I think this is the thing where we actually missed that part because it was our first project and we missed that part. That should be there.
Correct. And now whenever we are actually thinking of doing something like similar, so we are really conscious.
Really conscious.
And even we are taking months to actually select the contractor. By the way, this is one part, the design of the facility and all that. But the design of the facility should be approved by Dubai Health Authority. That is the first thing.
Exactly.
And then after that, there are multiple other factors, the municipality and the fire safety and so many other conditions has to be met, of course, based on the design. Now, the staff recruitment is very much important, right?
Yeah.
What kind of nationalities you think that those are the best to actually recruit from for these kind of businesses?
Before going into that recruitment thing, I want to share one thing as one other thing. Everything is linked. As you said, tourism. Why tourism is so much attractive because the government in place the right processes with the strict hygienic, with the strict rules of medical for that staff, with the strict rules of hiring the doctor. So these things are very much linked. That's why it's becoming an attraction for these sort of tourism.
Let's talk about the cost now.
Yeah.
That's important for everyone who wants to actually step into this business. The first thing first. We spent almost 25,000 dirhams to get the initial license, which is a non-operational license,
yes.
right, from the local authority, where we started our clinic. That's number one. That's approximately 25,000. Now, the second thing comes in, because it was a raw facility, shell and core, then we had to actually spend everything to actually just
build
that place, of course. Now, that is where we spent almost like 250,000 dirhams approximately to build that place, right?
We're supposed to.
We
spend more.
Right. It's approximate, of course, figures.
Yes.
So 25,000 plus 250,000, and then another important aspect comes in, which needs your focus, and that is basically you need to have other stuff like your website, your marketing
social
team,
media,
your social media, and so many things.
So
probably like another 50,000 you have to spend into that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after that, you need to hire your staff, which includes your doctors and all that, correct?
And the support
staff, of course. So the first 6 months or 1 year working capital, if we would say, so that should comes down to approximately 350,000, 400,000 approximately, correct?
It can go up to a million or more. Depend on the yes.
So let's just do all the costing. So probably 25, 250, and 50. That's like 325, and another 500,000. So probably around 800,000. You have your facility, right?
Yes.
This actually, the beauty of this business now has been becoming going to another level. Why? Because now the doctors are allowed to do the part time, correct?
Yes.
And what is that?
Like before, it was not allowed. If you are having doctor is working with some hospital, they have to stick with that hospital. Now
So they were not allowed to
allowed
work
to work
outside.
outside.
Right.
Now government is allowed that one. You
If
can
your employer gives you the no objections
yes
onto that
onto
certificate,
that,
so
you can
he or she can actually work
work
outside in the
on
other
multiple
hours on
places.
multiple
Yeah,
places.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
And that is now increasing the resources
Exactly.
out in the market.
Exactly.
Right. Now let's talk about another important business, which is actually attracting a lot of people around the world. It used to be the case where people used to say that US or markets in the Silicon Valley in the US is the hub of technology. And then India was another market for the technology
Yes.
resources and suppliers, Bangalore specifically, right? But then now people are actually talking about Dubai for the technology businesses.
Yes.
Why? There are multiple reasons, of course, behind that. The number one reason is basically the government. This is the first government ever who has created a specific ministry for supporting the
supporting
artificial
artificial
intelligence.
Yes,
And
exactly.
that's the beauty of this country, because they know where this their need is. So they wanted to actually create the whole structure from the government side, from the ministry side, so that they can be supporting all the international businesses. So this sector generally has at the moment around 4% annual growth, and this contributes approximately right now. No, I'm not going to talk about right now because it's the future, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
It will be contributing approximately $96 billion in AI industry in UAE by 2030. That's the huge number. Huge number.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And there is a lot coming in, by the way. A lot of people, a lot of companies are now expanding to UAE for this business. Now, what do you think? What is the cost to start such business?
To start business, it is very much variable because there are a lot of dimensions into that business. It's not limited to what you can say robotics or chat GPT sort of things, but it have a lot of dimension. People are taking help from AI in the medical field, like finance and all those things. So this is approximately from 100,000 dirhams that you can start such business, and it can go up to 300,000 or something like that. But it is in demand, and it's a business of the future.
It's a business
Yeah,
of future.
it's a business of future.
Absolutely.
What do you think? You are very much interested into that part. I believe
Always.
I always been. So the working capital, or what is the most important factor in this? Is the resources or the employee? What is the most
I
important?
think for IT business or AI business, whatever is linked to IT or information technology, the solutions to the problem is more important.
Yes.
If something which actually comes as a solution to any general problem in the market, that actually becomes successful. The second important thing is that where you are actually trying to base your business. Now, in Dubai, the beauty of Dubai is that we have those ecosystems available. So, for example, Silicon Oasis, we have
Yes.
a very beautiful area, Dubai Digital Park. Within DSO, they have D-Tech community, which actually is a very active community.
Yes.
And I've seen
They are
personally,
really promoting
we have
AI.
both have seen that they've been
Yeah.
promoting the IT companies. They are
Exactly.
trying to bring all the startups to their to that place. They are giving them exemptions. They are giving the whole
facilitation
facilities.
them, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And that is one. Then we have other facilities, of course. Then we have a complete dedicated facility, Dubai Internet City. The Internet City that also comes and cover
Yes,
under
exactly.
the Dubai Development Authority, and that is next to Dubai Media City, of course. So these kind of facilities are there, which is creating a lot of contribution now. The third important area where we have seen a lot of attraction recently, because they are giving a lot of benefit of startups and giving the lower cost licenses. That is DIFC Innovation Hub.
Yes.
This is giving you a lot of cheaper licenses initially, so that you can actually start your business without any, without thinking of the initial cost. And you
Exactly.
base yourself into that innovation hub. That innovation hub is a place where you actually mingle with all other startup, startup leaders. You actually mingle with them. You talk to them. You learn from them. You learn from their experiences, and you talk about your project, and then you become a success story within next 1 or 2 years. About the artificial intelligence, another important aspect, about having a business of artificial intelligence or IT or tech startup in DIFC is they have a very beautiful campus. By the way, they've started Dubai AI campus. within the
okay.
AFC facility, by the way.
This is interesting.
That is really interesting, by the way. The Dubai AI campus of DIFC is there to support all the AI businesses in UAE for their expansion. Now, what does this include? They have the AI transformation program. They have the corporate innovation advisor services also, which actually supports and facilitates all these kind of businesses, by the way. They also support on creating the accelerator programs, and they also support on teaching all these IT startups about
Okay.
the local markets and conditions. And another important aspect, that when you're coming from outside or internationally and trying to base yourself in within the zones or different authorities, DFC is the one which actually comes under common law. And that actually is sometimes very really important for you to understand that when you are coming from international market, so you want to sign up the agreements and do the VCs and the funds and all that. So that actually is important. Next important type of business: import and export. Before 100 years ago, Dubai was used to be, like if you go to the Al Seef or any other small inner side or old Dubai side, and you can actually see all those areas still show you that kind of reality that like 50, 60 or 70 years ago, how people used to use Dubai as a trade hub, by
Exactly,
the way, right,
exactly.
within the region.
Within the region.
And this is not only just because of the structure, of course, the locality and all
locality,
the
it's
location is
important.
really important,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. But what do you think the non-oil economy, when it comes to other than the oil sector, how much this sector is contributing to Dubai?
If we look into this specific business, it's huge. As you said, from ages, it's been used for the trading. So it's almost 1.9 trillion. It's a really huge numbers,
It is.
and that is actually contributing a lot towards the economy. And it's, as you said, it's the location. One of the very prime thing is the location and the facility. You work for, I believe, for such companies who are facilitating on the trading part.
Absolutely. No, I think this is one part. So East and West, both markets are being connected through Dubai. That is really important, of course, and having all sort of shipping lines available within
Exactly.
Dubai, outside Dubai, even within the whole UAE, because we have not only Dubai, we have Jabal Ali Free Zone, we have Kizad, we have Khalifa Port, we have Mina Zaid, we have Sharjah Hamriya Port, of course.
Yes.
We have Ras Al Khaimah,
Ras Al
Sakar
Khaimah,
Port is
Sakar
another one, which is one of the largest when it comes to the dry bulk, facilitation of the shipping side. And then we have, of course, on the other hand, on the other side, opposite side, which is Fujairah. Then we have Fujairah Port
Fujairah,
also.
yes,
So a lot of ports are there to
Exactly.
actually support your vision and the plan. But then, of course, it depends on these type of facilities and whatever you are actually doing or type of business you're doing. What are the top 5, by the way, when it comes to the products being traded through UAE?
It's electronics, IT related products, it's food. One of the very important. It's about healthcare, the pharmaceutical products, as well as steel and infrastructure, construction related material. So there is a lot. The list is very long.
No, that's really wrong. You can't just say like top 5, of course.
Yeah,
And this is
exactly.
wrong to say. I know that. I know you're absolutely right. Now, the another important. So when you say like a trading of goods, right? So this is the reason actually Federal Tax Authority has given a very big exemption to
Exactly.
these kind of companies who are actually into distribution of goods, right?
Yeah. You are working a lot on the international taxation and the local taxation. We was discussing, I think, yesterday about the distribution center and the trade thing, designated zone. So can you explain a little bit more on that one, how trade can
In
be
relation to the
in
import
relation
and
to
export,
the
right?
import and export
No,
taxation?
the best part is that when we were having a discussion last time about the taxes and the implication of the corporate tax, so these kind of businesses were given a very special exemption from corporate tax. If your business is actually associated or based out of any sort of designated zone inside UAE, where we have more, by the way, not only one, we have multiple, by the way. And you are associated with the distribution of goods business. So, for example, if we take the example, you buy products from China, sell it to Africa, or anything related to that. So that means you can actually claim exemption from corporate tax straight away. That is the best part, because they wanted to actually support these kind of businesses which are related to manufacturing, distribution of goods, shipping, all these kind of businesses. We have like a qualifying business activities where if you are associated with one of those activities, and actually going through all these minimum requirements, you are actually fulfilling those requirements, you can claim that exemption.
Just a quick one. If someone have a warehouse inside the designated zone and they're keeping the products there and distribute it, as you said, is it make any difference in this sort of treatment? Or?
If your company is based in mainland but having a warehouse in designated zone, then you will be subject to 9% because your company has to be registered inside designated zone to claim that exemption. And this is why a lot of our clients now, we are actually moving those to, based on the restructuring part,
Exactly.
we move them to SEF zone, JAVZA, and also to Raki's designated zone so that they can actually claim that exemption.
Oh, great. Right. This is a really useful information.
Now, the next part is basically we are going to talk about another beautiful area which is literally very close to my heart, crypto.
Yes, always been.
Always been there, right? When it comes to IT, I'm not a tech guy, but again, when it comes to these future businesses, that makes me kind of younger when I start talking about these things. The cryptocurrency.
The virtual assets.
The virtual assets, exactly. A lot of people come from so many different parts of when it comes to these businesses. Let me just break it down. The first thing is basically the traders part, right? Those who are associated with the trading of digital assets, number one, right? Yeah. They have investments through any digital platforms, any exchanges and all that. And they actually trade, they make money, they bring their money out of those platforms. The best part is, if they are based out of UAE, because there is no individual taxation, right?
Yes.
In other part of the world, if they actually liquidate their investments, so they actually become subject to the local tax laws.
Yeah,
that is minimum 30%. In some cases, it is like 12%, 25%. It depends, right? But in Dubai, in UAE, how much you pay? 0%.
0%.
And that's the beauty, by the way. So if you really want to actually take your money out of your investments and you earned something out of these kind of tradings, so try to actually be based inside UAE so that you can actually claim exemption. That is number one, right?
Good. That's really good.
Then number two is the area where you are the supplier, you are the provider. Maybe you are some sort of an exchange which is related to crypto. Maybe you are into any other sort of business where you are providing any staking options, loan, lending, blockchain facilities or mining facilities, or you are doing any sort of these kind of facilities. So there are two names which came up recently, of course, and a lot of people spoken a lot about these two names. One is, of course, Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority,
Yes.
which is based in Dubai. And that covers some of the free zones, which are, of course, TIFC, we have Silicon Oasis, we have IFZA, the common name being used, which is International Free Zone Authority. Then we have DWTC and DMCC also, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Then the second name which came up as an authority, which is RACDAW, right?
Yes,
Digital
exactly.
Assets Oasis.
Yes.
A lot have been spoken about that, but ultimately VARA has kind of stepped stepped in the front now, and they have created that sort of ecosystem so that they have started supporting the local authorities for actually establishing the licenses, and that has been creating a lot of support for these kind of
rules and regulations and
absolutely
all those things.
So what do you think that? What is the market growth there? What do you see?
Market growth is huge. Almost 30% annually. It is seen as an.
It's a significant growth. It's a significant growth, by the way. 30% is a huge number.
Is a huge number, and because you know that the young generation and the these people, they are very much interested into these sort of business and they are. Their minds are very much into the IT Absolutely. Sort of things. So
not like us, unlike us.
This. so what do you think? Do you have any idea on the UAE sector, the fintech sector? What is the numbers are there? What is the
Let's only talk about
size of the
cryptos or the digital assets first. Then we'll move to the fintech part. Digital assets, I have seen personally, and you have also been associated with multiple people who are associated with these businesses, right? There are multiple economies or people living in, especially in Australia,
yes,
in US, in Canada, in UK, any other part of the world. Multiple economies kind of have these kind of investors who are trading, who are actually doing these kind of businesses. But the beauty of being inside Dubai is that VARA has come up with a proper regulatory system to support these businesses. Why I'm saying support? Because they are trying to actually make these businesses
Streamline.
to streamline, to make sure they actually
Regulated.
make UAE as their home,
As their home,
and especially
yeah.
Dubai as their home for all sort of business activities. Unlike any other countries which have a lot of differences when it comes to cryptocurrencies and investments in cryptocurrencies. But now, because it is becoming a future, it is becoming the new norm for us, where people are now trading, where people are exchanging money, where people are doing so many things within crypto, of course.
Yeah.
And this needs to have the regulatory system. And Dubai is of course, one of the few who actually created that system now. Now, the beauty, when I say beauty, let's take an example. One of our clients, he was associated with the crypto content creation.
Okay.
He was based in Dubai. Now he's now based in Dubai. By the way, before he was in UK. He moved from UK to Dubai, and he literally multiplied his income by 2. Why? He's paying 0% tax. Number one. Number two, he's making all of his new content by having a Burj Khalifa in his background.
Yes,
That is now another attraction, right?
Yeah.
And he's creating a tremendous, content for the crypto investors. But the thing is that this is how things move so quick. If you're still thinking that you actually needs to be moving to Dubai or not, you're getting late, by the way.
Exactly.
It's moving. It's moving so fast.
So fast, yes.
Real estate market is booming. All the industries are booming. IT sector is expanding so quickly. If you're not becoming part of this economy now, you will regret.
Definitely. Definitely. After couple of years, you are going to think why we didn't initiate that thing like years before. You're absolutely right. So let's move to the next part. Some other business opportunities. We can go into nutshell, which we can discuss. We can talk on that, and we can pass that information.
Correct.
Like the next one, we are having the entertainment and the gaming. We talked a lot about that part, that the new upcoming things in the UAE region and support on that part. What do you think? How attractive this particular industry is?
Well, gaming has been in the past 2 decades became one of the largest or top 5 industries for so many different economies, especially in US when it comes to gaming sector. Now they are actually trying to become another hub. There is another hub now. I'm telling you, that is basically the DMCC Gaming Center. That is number one. Second is the Dubai Media City, which is actually supporting all these kind of businesses which are associated with gaming or entertainment, right? Now, the annual growth is approximately 9.1%, right? And that is creating a lot of huge factor. But if you want to actually start a business now in gaming or within the entertainment industry, how much money you need to spend for the licensing?
I think it will be on a minimum size 150,000.
150,000.
It will be required, and to $500,000. To create everything. If you want to start a smaller thing or you want to start with a bigger thing, it depends. Another interesting thing, there are a lot of competition. I heard about that one for the gaming and all those things is going on. I think a couple of months back, and it's going on and on and on. So now this is becoming an attraction for the people who are into very much interested with this particular nature of business. So let's move forward quickly with our next section is the consulting and service business. So in consulting service business, we are also into the same business, associated with the same thing. It is something which is actually attracting a lot of professional people towards UAE to come up. And what do you think? What is the main attraction for consultants to be here in UAE?
If you jot down or create a list, number one is that they can actually be based in UAE and they can actually serve any client or any client in any country around the world without any restriction. That is something, of course, really important. Of course, there are some restrictions based on the local laws, but ultimately, if they are based in UAE, they can be tax-free. That is one thing. if you are a management consultant, if you're a project management consultant, if you're an engineer within the associated with the consulting field, design,
IT consulting.
design engineering, IT consulting, or any non-IT consulting services, maybe financial services, maybe financial consulting, investment consulting. So many different fields are there,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
People are trying to move their businesses because they know that if they are actually doing the work, which is of course now generally online, or they actually move around, they go to different places to serve
Yes,
their
yes, yes,
clients.
yes, yes, yes.
But if they are based in UAE, they pay 0% income tax, and that is the beauty. This is number
Exactly.
one. Number two is, of course, recently they've been actually getting a lot of attraction about the accounting consulting firms, right?
Yes.
Or the people who are associated with the professional
the
accounting
profession,
or
yeah.
bookkeeping, right? Because recently, when the corporate tax actually came into the picture,
Yes.
so the demand for
Demand
the
for
accountants
is
actually increased, and
increased.
we have seen a lot of people actually coming and moving their businesses in terms or expanding their practices from Pakistan, India, UK, especially by the way, was
yes.
another important aspect. And whenever we are there in UK, we see that a lot of people
Yes,
actually talk
yeah,
about
they-
these things that they want
they
to
are very much
expand
interested.
expand their practice to Dubai. This is second. The third important aspect is, of course, when it comes to the consulting side, that you really do not need an office, by the way.
Yes.
The beauty of this business is that, right, you can actually do the hybrid model. You can actually go literally just virtual. You can actually run your business from the bedroom of your
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
You really do not require anything, right? Any facility and all that. You just need an internet, and you need your license from Dubai and visa from Dubai. That's it.
So what's the market size of this particular consulting
It's
business?
huge, by the way, almost more than exceeding $1 billion annually. But the thing is that because this sector is associated with so many different other
With so
sectors,
many-
of
yes,
course.
exactly.
Maybe trading, maybe manufacturing, maybe construction. So you cannot just pull out all this revenue straight away only in these buckets of consulting. This is something which is very difficult sometimes. But still, it is increasing, I'm telling you.
So if the consulting business is increasing, it mean as the economy it's growing so fast because consulting is always been dependent on the other businesses.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
so how much is the setup cost for being a consultant or startup
Anywhere
consulting
in
business?
Dubai, if your basic free zones, again, starting cost of license is 16,000 dirhams and can go up to 40,000 dirhams. Of course, if you are into trying to base yourself in DFC, which is kind of on the expensive side sometimes, which is starting cost is like $22,000. Can go up to like $50,000, depends on the type of license. But if you go to the Northern Emirates side, then we have cheaper licensing options available, which includes Sharjah Media City, Sharjah Publishing City. We have Ajman Zone, we have Raqis, Umm Al Quwain, all these zones which offer very cheap licenses, by the way.
Exactly.
So there we can actually target like around starting cost is like 12,000, 13,000 dirhams, including the visa. Next part is, of course, the fitness and wellness industry. Another
Yes.
really important area. What do you think that why fitness and wellness industry is actually targeting UAE?
I think the lifestyle, it is one of the very important factor we have to consider. It's so eased and it's so comfortable that everyone have to consider about their wellness and fitness. The facilities around us here are so much that make us sometimes even a little bit lazy with our daily routine. So fitness and wellness is really important to be active, to be fit and to be healthy. So and here everyone want to look smart. Everyone want
I
to
think
look.
that's about the norms, right?
Yes.
A lot of people actually you see around, and they are really conscious about the fitness, which is good actually.
It
But
is.
the most important part is the businesses which are associated with the fitness industry, which is like the gyms, the facilities, of course. And of course, those are actually into supplements or those are into different nutritions and all that. So that is clearly increasing. The
Yes,
sector
it
is
is.
growing right
Yes,
now.
exactly.
Another important aspect, which is kind of related or associated with that, is the cloud kitchens, which we've spoken about.
Exactly.
And they are into providing, like kind of those
Healthy
healthy food and
food,
diet,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is low carb and all that. And that is really increasing, by the
Yes,
way.
it
And you
is,
have
it
seen
is.
like a lot of new brands coming up,
Coming
and they
in.
are doing really good.
Really good.
The
The
beauty
demand
of
is high,
those
yeah.
cloud kitchen is, which is associated with the healthy food, that they actually charge you in advance for the whole month menu.
Yeah, yeah.
and those are being like produced over the night and frozen and then being delivered to your
Exactly,
place, right?
exactly.
You really do not actually be in time making or cooking the food and like sending
In
or
advance, you
delivering.
know everything.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
you know that what you have to do. So that is with the low cost of food. You manage your food costs, you manage your delivery costs, you manage all the business related expenses, and best part is the money is in your pocket and at the start
In
of the month.
advance. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly,
that is something
exactly,
also very
exactly.
growing a lot.
Exactly.
Now, the last, the top from the top 10 which we spoken about today. Of course, we will actually extend our series for the future, and we will actually go into associated people, and we might actually start inviting those to our podcast series where we
Yes.
will actually talk to those people in a lot of details that how they have grown, what are the challenges they kind of faced from within these businesses like e-commerce, IT, AI, all these businesses, and we will try to bring those very prominent faces and the names to our podcast. And this is going to actually be your chance to learn in next 6 months, 1 year, whatever business you want to choose or whatever business you are associated with, and like trying to learn more from this series. Okay, so the media business, the social media marketing or digital media business, what do you think? Why it is increasing so much in Dubai?
Every business need to have more revenues, sales, and social media is work like your display. Everyone is on social media. So this is something actually which keeping the importance of social media too much. If we talk about like e-commerce, if we talk about buying products, clothes, or anything, even services, everyone, if we need anything these days, what we do, we go and search that one.
Absolutely.
So that increase the demand of the professionals and the professional companies into the market. Every company is looking toward, okay, how our appearance is on social media.
Absolutely.
So that's why this is one of the core reason the demand is so high for the professional companies. Why I'm talking always professional companies, because there is a lot of companies in the market.
No, and you know that we are also associated and we have our own
Exactly.
internal company, and
Yeah.
thanks to that team managing all this
All
work
this-
for us,
exactly.
like
Yeah.
for very, very professionally. And we know that how hard it is to actually find the right people from the social media and marketing and digital marketing. We learn a lot, by the way, from our team, and they've been doing a very fantastic job. And even if you guys or anyone who wants to be associated with this or wants to learn more and they have some trouble, so our experts can actually literally help you with the digital marketing. The thing is that how much money, by the way, when it comes to the digital marketing businesses, because a lot of people now, there are two models people have chosen. One, they have a sales frontman who is actually doing the sales
Doing the
here,
sales, yeah.
and they have the back offices in Pakistan and India. Does that actually work?
It works somehow, but not that efficiently, I believe. While you're having people over here and they're actually on the ground and they knowing the norms of the industry and the norms of the society, I think that is more productive. But still, somehow it works.
Somehow
it works.
And you have a basic license and you
Yeah,
can
and
actually
you can use-
but again we learned over 3 years period that it is something which becomes really difficult to manage, right? You do not have your content creator, your designers, your copywriters, your videographer, your photographers, all those, the whole team is not here in Dubai.
Yeah.
How come you can actually manage that? It's impossible, right?
exactly.
So remote team management sometimes become a trouble. This is why you need right people, right? And to actually maintain this team inside Dubai, how much money you need to spend approximately, including license and office and all that?
So license is very simple, between 8,000 dirhams to 15,000 dirhams. Basically, if you need the more visa, then it goes a little bit on the higher side, 55,000, 100,000. It may be, depends what you want to start at, on which quantum you want to start.
Correct.
This is one thing. The other factor is the market size of this particular industry is around 500 million dollars. That this is having and quite showing quite a good growth of 15% annually growth in that particular. You start with that one.
Correct.
That it's really growing and in demand. What do you think, according to the nature of the business or the most hubs of the business, the best location? What do you think is the best location to start this business?
Well, we have pure media businesses, hubs, which includes Dubai Media Cities. There, Sharjah Media City, which is Chums. Then we have Ajman Media City. So these media cities are designed for the creating and providing that facility and ecosystem to such businesses. So you can actually try to base yourself here, number one. And it does not mean that you have to be there, by the way. You can
Yes.
be in mainland, any mainland in within these 7 states, of course. And you can be any other free zone also. So there is no limitation into that thing.